Okay, welcome everyone. Now we'll start with the demonstrations, okay? Now first we'll start with the muscle. Now see, this is your dramatic structure of the diagrammatic structure of the skeletal muscle. Now in this what you are seeing is your light band and your dark band. So if you can see into the joining, so this is your dark band and below that is your light band. Now this is your interfascicular connective tissue. By that means inter means in between two. Fascicular means these are our muscle fascicles. So the connective tissue that are present in between two fascicles are interfascicular connective tissue. Okay. So now this is your striated muscle in longitudinal section. This is your again the striated muscle fibers. So now this is your cross section. In cross section you can see that this is your muscle fiber like this. It is in your longitudinal section. This is in your cross section. Okay. So now in this you will see the muscle fibers as well as you will see peripherally placed nucleus. Okay. So this is one nucleus, this is another nucleus. This is your interfascicular connective tissue. This is your dark band, this is your light band. Okay. Now again this is one more picture. So this is your cross sections or transverse sections in which you will see that these all are your muscle fibers. The blue dot that you can see is basically a nucleus, and this is a covering which we call it as epimysium. Now this is the covering that are covering the each muscle fascicle, that is your perimysium. Okay. Now this is your longitudinal section in which you will see the dark band, the light band. Okay, now this is your Z bands. In between the distance of the Z band is what? Your sarcomeres. Okay, now this is your connective tissue. This is your nucleus. These all are your M bands. Okay, this is your H band. This is your A band, I band. This is all what we have discussed. Now, in this, if I ask you which is your longitudinal section and which is the transverse section, so there are two pictures, picture number A and picture number B. Can you tell me which is the cross section? Is it A or is it B? Okay, see this. See how it looks like. Again, see this. Ali has answered it very correctly. This is your longitudinal section. This is your transverse section. Okay. Now this is your smooth muscle. Now as we have discussed, the smooth muscles, the fibers are arranged in an irregular fascicles. So this is fibers. See their arrangement. They are arranged in irregular fascicles. They are shortened and elongated. In the nucleus, see the nucleus. Okay, so this is all your the hair. Okay. The non-striated is not the word non-striated is correct. It is basically your skeletal muscles or smooth muscles. The smooth muscles we call it as. So now this is your smooth muscle fibers. Now this is your cytoplasm and see the nucleus. Okay, so these all you are seeing are basically your fibers. This is your nucleus. Okay, and this is the cytoplasm. See this. This is the diagrammatic representation of cardiac muscles. So fine branches, the anastomose, and like this. See this. So they have an intercalated disc, and they have the nucleus over here. So it is there. Okay. See now this is your transverse section. So these all are your muscle fibers. Then they will have your nucleus. Okay. Then they will have your fibroblasts. Now coming up to adipocytes. Now this is white adipose tissue. Now how does it look like? This is fat cells with empty cytoplasms. Okay. This is your fat cells. Okay. Now eccentrically placed. By that I've already told you. Eccentrically means away from the center. Centrically placed nucleus, and this is your polygonal fat cell. So this is your one fat cell. This is your one fat cell. Okay, it's simple. The diagram is very simple. Now see this. So this is your adipocyte cells. Again, this is the picture. So this is our diagrammatic representation, and this is basically your exact picture. So this is your adipocytes. Here is the adipocytes. There they store lipids. So this empty area is where they. In this you can see the lipid, but in this you cannot see the lipid. I have already told you the explanation. Here is the nucleus. This is eccentrically placed. Here is the nucleus and cytoplasm. So it's very simple, straightforward, no confusion. See this. So this is your lipid droplet inside. So this is unilocular. This is one unilocular adipocyte cell. It is having cytoplasm, eccentrically placed nucleus. Now this is what? Brown. Now see, these all are multilocular adipose tissues that are present inside one cell. So there are multilocular adipose tissues. Then this is your nucleus. This is your nucleus. Every nucleus is more rounded in case of brown adipose tissues. Okay. Now see this. This is your nuclei. This is your cytoplasm with lipid droplets. So these all are your small dirty kind of droplets that you are seeing is basically your adipocytes. Now here is the difference. See, this is how clear this is. Even see this, forget about this picture. See this picture. This is how clear it is. And here it is not clear. Why? Because they are having these multiple lipid droplets as well as these. Can you see these red areas? So these are basically your capillaries that they contain blood. So this is all about simple demonstration about your adipose tissues as well as your muscles. In this, you have to remember about the sections, the longitudinal section, the transverse section. How does it looks? There are dark bands, there are light bands, there are cross striations. How does the nucleus look like? What is the nucleus? How does the difference between the skeletal and the smooth muscles? Arrangement. So the smooth muscles are the fibers are arranged in a more irregular pattern. The nucleus is not that rounded; it is more flat, and this is giving a signet ring appearance. Then it comes to your adipose tissues. Adipose have white adipose tissues and brown adipose tissues. The white adipose tissues have unilocular appearance because of the single lipid droplet, whereas in the brown adipose tissues you have multiple lipid droplets. So all these features will be present over there. So it is a simple demonstration. You just have to remember that how the muscles look in the longitudinal section, in the transverse section, difference between skeletal and smooth muscles in the representation, then the adipose tissues, the brown adipose tissues, and the white adipose tissues. It's simple, guys. So if you have any doubt, please ask me.